What's up, guys? It's your boy Mayhem Matthew on another episode of Talking Mayhem. And today I got with us Denise Salcedo. I know you've seen her on the Busted Open podcast, and she is the owner and producer of Instinct Culture. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me, Matthew. I'm excited to be on. I love your background. Yeah, it's a good time. I can't wait to chat with you.
For sure. So, for those who does not know who Denise Salcedo is, please introduce yourself.
So, I basically run a pro wrestling channel. It's under my name, Denise Salcedo, on YouTube. And what you see there is daily pro wrestling content, interviews, podcasts, reviews, you name it, it's up there.
For sure. So tell us, how did you get started with that?
Yeah, so with the YouTube channel, I got started because I was working as an entertainment reporter and I was sort of talking about a lot of different subjects that I didn't really have a huge passion for. And the thing that I mostly had a passion for was two things: one, Taylor Swift, and pro wrestling. So I started a channel where I just started to talk about Taylor and I started to talk about wrestling. And I would also talk about like TV shows or movies that I like to watch. Mainly it was TV shows. So basically I just started doing like videos about random things that I was interested in, and the channel started to like slowly grow, which was so cool to see. And I honestly couldn't really believe that it was gaining traction, and it was fun and I liked it, and I didn't know I would come up with different ideas. And eventually the channel, I decided to like dive into like full wrestling because that was really where I was getting more opportunities and where I was able to get more like interviews and content and things of that nature. So it just made it a lot more easier for me to have an all wrestling YouTube channel.
So, and, tell us, somebody that wants to get into the interview space and, what you do for a living, just can you give us some tips on, where to get started and how to do it?
Oh, yeah. So, first of all, like what you're doing right now is tip number one: start. You got to start somewhere, right? Like everybody has access to turn their phones on and literally start talking to a camera. Whether or not you decide to put it out there publicly, you have the option. And if you're somebody that you're like, damn, I really want to do this, but I don't really know how to go about it, or I don't know how to be in front of a camera, all I would start off with is just start making videos. Like don't even like look at other people or like compare yourself to other people. Like just start, open your camera up and start getting on camera. That's the first thing. And then once you get comfortable and you start creating content, then that's a whole different beast, right? Then from there it's just consistency and being consistency. And then from there I would say look at other creators and study what they do and try to see if you can not just mimic, but also bring your own style, bring your own creativity to those videos that you create. So that would be the second thing. The third thing is I would take classes. A lot of people kind of don't know that there's hosting classes out there, that there's improv classes, there's podcasting classes. If you Google, whatever class you want to take or whatever class you're interested in, if you Google that in your area, chances are you'll find something. I've taken improv classes, acting classes, voice classes. I've taken movement classes, hosting classes, all sorts of classes that I've taken. Even after I was done with school, I still went back and tried to study and learn different things because I think all of those things help you be a better on camera personality. And then in order to learn like the background stuff, like producing and editing, keep taking those classes. Try to figure out, like, pay attention to videos that you're watching and think about things in a way like if you were the one putting the videos together. So it really just comes with years and years of experience, but it is possible.
Sure. So, you talk about, we all know that you do a lot of interviews. What is your favorite interview to date?
My most favorite interview is my interview with Kurt Angle. It's up on the channel. You guys can watch it. And that was my favorite interview because I had been a big Kurt Angle fan my entire life. And I couldn't believe when he said yes to doing the interview with me. Like, my channel was still very small at the time. I think I was like at maybe 20,000 subscribers, something around that time frame. And so him saying yes, I was just like blown away, right? And when we did the interview, we just talked about so many different things. He gave me such great answers, and it really just like leveled up my channel tremendously. But also, it was just such a good conversation. And I was still learning at that time. Like, I still didn't really know what I was doing. And I would love to someday interview him again. But it was just such a good interview. I hold it very deep in my heart because I thought it was a really good one.
For sure. So, you know, uh, I'm gonna ask this question. If you don't want to answer, that's totally fine with you. But I seen on Chris Van Fleet, he said he has never paid for an interview. Is that something that you've done as well, or?
No, absolutely not. So many people don't know that I actually have a degree in broadcast journalism. And part of broadcast journalism and classes that you take are journalism classes, whether it's print, whether it's broadcast. So you basically study the ethics of journalism, and you decide, you look at that, you talk about it. And because I have such a huge passion for journalism, I could never take compensation, or sorry, give compensation or take compensation for an interview as well. So if I wanted to interview someone and they asked for money, then it's one of those things where I would just like either A, thank them for their time and say, maybe next time, or B, just not respond after that, because there are a lot of people that don't really know how media works. Like, they don't know what the give and take between media is. So, like, a simple explanation is when you are a media outlet of any sort, you are, and a person like an actor or a singer or musician, whatever, comes into your interview, you want to make sure that they are getting something out of it. What they're getting out of it is publicity. Publicity is what they're doing. If you notice, most people that do interviews, they are promoting something. So maybe they're promoting an album, maybe they're promoting a new movie, maybe they're promoting a show. That is what they're there for, to give publicity, or to gain publicity, excuse me, to anything that they want to promote. That's what they want to do. They want to promote. So now, in order to that's what you get. Like, that's essentially their reward. That's what they get for taking the time out to do something. Like, if you do interviews with smaller channels, it's either because A, you're just like, okay, fine, like, let me give this person a chance, let me do this interview with this person. Like, the reason I'm doing the interview with you, like, you were so nice, so cool, and I'm like, all right, cool, like, let me do this interview with him. He seems like a nice dude. Let's do this interview, right? So everybody has like different reasons, but that's how press works. Like, you have to have, like, it's an exchange. There's got to be an incentive for both parties. And of course, for the interviewer, it's having that person that's coming on that comes with, some sort of celebrity status, right? So like, if I get a wrestler on, for me, it's like, oh shit, like, they're on my channel, this is amazing. And then for them, it's like, okay, she has an audience, so I know that whatever it is that I'm trying to promote, I'm going to get some more eyeballs out there to what I'm doing. So it has to be like a give and take. So I would suggest never to pay for an interview, never to directly be like, here's X amount of money for you to appear on my channel, because it's just not the way to go about it. And then, like, if you start to do that, then like word gets around, and it's just not a good place that you want to be at. You want people to be on your platform because of your platform. So like, for example, like Chris Van Vliet, he's got massive numbers. So it is and if I was a singer, if I was an actress, whoever the hell I am, obviously he focuses on wrestling. So if I'm a wrestler, I definitely want to be appearing on Chris's channel, because I know his fans and his viewers are going to see that. And it's going to give me, the wrestler, a whole new set of eyeballs and a whole new set of fans. And also, it gives people the opportunity to see you in a light that they don't often see you in, because when you're a wrestler, people see you in promos and they see you wrestling, but they don't know who the real you is. So when you do interviews, it gives them the opportunity to get to know the real you.
For sure. I got three really quick questions.
Yeah, no problem.
Your favorite female and male wrestler,
Favorite female, all time or current?
all time.
All time. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with Bianca Belair. I think she's just been so wonderful to watch that I'm gonna have to put her up there. For men, I almost feel like mine sounds current. For men, it's definitely Kurt Angle. I would say it's definitely Kurt Angle. If it's current, it would be Will Ospreay, but all time, it's definitely Kurt Angle.
For sure. And second question is, if you had to pay for an interview, would it who would it be and why is it Taylor Swift?
I knew I was about to say my answer is going to be Taylor Swift. I would be like, girl, take my ethics, take my morals, take my credit card, bank accounts, all of it. No, I do love Taylor Swift a whole lot. She is my hero. I idolize her so much, and I would probably die if I ever got the chance to meet her. It would be like an embarrassing viral moment of me just like sobbing my eyes out because she's my hero. I love her so much.
For sure. And last question, what is your Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling? If you can give male and then female.
I would say, ooh, this is tough. This one's personally for me. It's not like generic what I think everybody's Mount Rushmore should be, but mine would probably be Kurt Angle because I love him so much. I think he's great. Stone Cold Steve Austin because of just everything that he's done in the business, and I just think he's super awesome too. So I would have to put him in there as well. And then, ooh, I mean, my favorites are also Chris Jericho and CM Punk, but I'm gonna have to put like my Mount Rushmore. I also have to include Shawn Michaels. So shit, I'm already getting to five. All right, so swap whichever one you want out. But those would be the five people that I love, even though I know I'm supposed to pick four. For the women, oh, Bianca Belair, I love her so much. Becky Lynch because of the impact that she's made in the business and for women. Lita because she's the one who like really, really got me into women's wrestling. And then four, I would also have to say right now, because of how amazing she is and how popular she is, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate your time, doing this interview with me, and tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, youtube.com/Denise Salcedo. Go over there, click that subscribe button, daily pro wrestling content, but also give some love over to Matthew, who's trying to grow his channel here. Where are you at now, Matthew?
I'm on YouTube, Talking Mayhem on
Nice,
YouTube. So,
nice.
I really appreciate everybody watching this. And if you like the content, leave a thumbs up. And if you really like the content, hit the subscribe button.
Bye, everyone.